production work, people working in motion picture or television, production and post-production. The second I'll call the technical, people who spend most of their work in the technical side. And the third would be the business, management, administrative, marketing, distribution, all of those functions. So let's start with the first, creative and production, post-production. How many people are in that bucket? Great. And this is helpful for all of you. You see how wide and diverse your friends in the audience are. How many people are primarily on the technical side? Okay. And how about the business, management, administrative side? Wonderful. We really appreciate all of you being here. Because you signed up, you'll now get an email when we have future screening announcements, and you can always go to the website to see what's coming up and register there. And I do have two announcements of confirmed screenings coming up. Next Monday, that'll be the 17th, we will be showing Ice Age: The Meltdown. This is a follow-up to Ice Age, which we showed here as well. We will have a guest speaker for the Q&A afterwards, and that's Gary Morse from 20th Century Fox. And then comes the NAB conference, where many people are away, so we don't do screenings then. But we will have a screening on Monday, May 3rd. And this is a documentary titled Who Needs Sleep? And it was made by Haskell Wexler, a name familiar to, I'm sure, some of you, award-winning cinematographer and director. And it's basically an exploration of how to help below-the-line crews solve the problem of working too many hours, how to control that. Some of you may remember a few years ago a really tragic death of an assistant cameraman who had worked a really, really long day, and while he was driving the film back to the lab, he fell asleep at the wheel and was killed. And after that, there was a real movement to try to limit the working hours for productions. And so this is what this deals with. Haskell will be here to be part of the Q&A. We have a number of other movies, including some that are really want-to-see movies. I'm sure you'll be really happy to hear about them, but we can't announce them yet because they aren't confirmed. So as we go through the spring and the summer, we'll have a lot of real treats for you coming up. Now, normally our practice is to have a Q&A immediately following the screening. We don't take a break. But tonight, because the creative team is all based in New York, we don't have a Q&A for you. So that won't happen tonight. But in lieu of that, what I'd like to do is introduce from Universal, Wade Hannibal, who is going to say a few words to you about the way that we're seeing the film tonight and give you a little bit of insight into what's involved in preparing the digital release. And from there, we'll go right into the movie. So thanks for coming tonight, and let's welcome Wade.
Thank you. Thank you, Charles. Just a few words about our screening tonight of Inside Man. Inside Man is the Universal's first commercial release of a DCI JPEG 2000 movie. It was released in the United States on March 24th. 3,600 film prints, 20 digital cinema screens. Wow. It's 0.5%. But it's a start, and you have to start somewhere, so this is our start. Now a few words for the technically inclined. The digital intermediate for Inside Man was created at eFilm. The conversion from film-out DPX files to XYZ color space TIFF files was also performed at eFilm. The TIFF to JPEG 2000 conversion and the encrypted packaging in media exchange format, or MXF, was completed at Deluxe Labs using a Do-Re-Mi mastering station. So thank you to Brian Hann, Jim Whittlesey, and their crew for a 3-day turnaround. In a trial 6 months ago, it took about twice that long. The completed digital cinema package, a DCP, and a key delivery message, a KDM, for Inside Man was distributed by Access IT to those 20 screens, part of the Christie AIX digital cinema rollout, primarily to Carmike, Imagine, and UltraStar theaters in Texas, Michigan, and California. If you live in San Diego, you probably wouldn't be here tonight, but that's where you go see this digitally. The feature was delivered as a 130 gigabyte file via hard drive. The KDM was delivered from Christie's Network Operations Center via their network connectivity to each theater. 2 Universal trailers, The Breakup and United 93, were also delivered on the hard drives as well as separate DCPs. So in tonight's screening, we're going to replicate the presentation in the field with these 2 trailers followed by the feature. D-Cinema is important for features, but it's equally important for trailer distribution. There's been some internet scuttlebutt about strobing, odd colors, things like that in this feature. That has nothing to do with the digital cinema presentation or the film prints for that matter. These are creative decisions. It's the use of camera blade angle and bleach bypass, among other things, which I think are used to very good effect in this feature. So there's nothing wrong to not adjust your projector. Thanks to Brian Claypool at Christie for loaning the right lens for this scope feature this evening. And thanks also to Paul Miller, our projectionist, and everyone at ETC for making this evening possible. That's all I have to say. It could have been much worse. I only used 8 acronyms, people. So please turn off your cell phones and your camcorders and enjoy the show.